The September 11th attacks were a turning point in history. America was attacked on its own soil. The Twin Towers fell. Thousands of innocent lives were lost. The world watched in horror. In the aftermath, a chilling realization set in. The 9/11 attacks were not just acts of hatred and violence, they were sophisticated operations, meticulously planned and financed. Terrorism, it became clear, needed money to thrive. The US government launched a global war on terror. Military action was crucial, but a new front emerged, targeting terrorist financing. Cutting off the flow of money was essential to cripple terrorist organizations. This realization led to the creation of Operation Green Quest. This ambitious operation would change how we fight terrorism. It exposed the critical link between money and terror. The world would never be the same. Operation Green Quest was launched in late 2001. It was an unprecedented initiative, bringing together various US agencies. The FBI, CIA, Treasury Department, and others joined forces. Their mission to disrupt and dismantle terrorist financing. Green Quest focused on following the money. Terrorists need funds to operate. They need to recruit, train, and arm their operatives. They need to travel, communicate, and carry out attacks. By tracking financial transactions, investigators could expose terrorist networks. FBI agent. The operation targeted all forms of terrorist financing. This included state sponsors, charities, businesses, and individuals. Green Quest aimed to expose the entire financial infrastructure of terrorism. The goal was ambitious, to starve terrorists of the resources they needed to operate. Green Quest marked a new era in counterterrorism. It recognized that defeating terrorism required more than military might. It demanded a comprehensive approach, targeting the financial lifeblood of these deadly networks. The operation promised to expose the hidden world of terrorist financing. Tracking terrorist financing is a complex and challenging task. Terrorists often operate in the shadows, using sophisticated methods to move money. They exploit legal businesses, charities, and informal systems like Hawala. Financial analyst Green Quest investigators employed a range of innovative techniques. They analyzed financial records, tracked wire transfers, and monitored suspicious transactions. They used undercover agents, informants, and international partnerships to gather intelligence. Intelligence operative, one key focus was on charities. While many charities do important work, some were exploited by terrorists as fronts. These charities would raise money, ostensibly for humanitarian causes, but then funnel the funds to terrorist groups. Financial analyst. Another area of focus was front companies. These seemingly legitimate businesses were actually controlled by terrorists. They were used to launder money, procure weapons, and provide cover for terrorist activities. Section 4. Striking at the heart. Exposing charities and front companies. Operation Green Quest achieved significant successes. It exposed numerous charities and front companies involved in terrorist financing. These investigations disrupted terrorist networks and saved lives.
One notable case involved the Holy Land Foundation for Relief and Development. This Texas-based charity presented itself as a humanitarian organization. However, Green Quest investigators uncovered a sinister truth. The charity was funneling millions of dollars to Hamas, a designated terrorist organization.
In another case, Green Quest targeted the Barakat network. This Somali-based network operated money transfer businesses, telecommunications companies, and other ventures. The investigation revealed that Barakat was a major financial hub for Al-Qaeda.
These successes demonstrated the importance of following the money. By targeting charities and front companies, Green Quest exposed the hidden financial architecture of terrorism. These investigations dealt major blows to terrorist organizations, disrupting their operations and limiting their ability to carry out attacks. Section 5. A Global Alliance International Cooperation and Challenges. Terrorist financing is a transnational crime. Terrorists operate across borders, exploiting global financial systems. To combat this, Operation Green Quest relied heavily on international cooperation.
The US worked closely with allies around the world to share intelligence, track financial transactions, and apprehend suspects. These partnerships were crucial in disrupting terrorist networks and bringing perpetrators to justice.
However, international cooperation also presented challenges. Different countries have varying laws, regulations, and capacities to combat terrorist financing. This can create obstacles in sharing information and coordinating investigations.
Despite these challenges, Operation Green Quest highlighted the importance of a united front against terrorism. It demonstrated that by working together, nations can effectively target the financial networks that sustain these deadly groups.